Yo, what is up? Yeah, just gonna play some more Magic with the Jund Sacrifice list in Historic. So what happened, right? I recorded the last video and I was uploading on YouTube, and then I was listening to the most recent Constructed Resources podcast hosted by LSV and Andrew Beckstrom, who came up with the pioneer build of Jund Sacrifice with collected company and 4 Bolas' Citadel. And that sort of like inspired this particular historic build that I put together. And they did a deep dive of the deck, and they sort of went in sort of a few list changes that they've made to their pioneer list. And I realized sort of those are a few things we could try out with the historic version. One notable thing is they added Lovestruck Beast, um, which I think is a pretty good option. I mean, it's just sort of like such a great way of increasing your game against sort of like the mono red the aggressive decks. Like you can just jam a 5/5 that you can company into that that can block really well. And if you have a 1/1, you can sometimes even attack with it. It creates a 1/1, and Llanowar Elves helps out with that as well. It just seems like a pretty good option. I'm trying 3 copies. I've sort of I've shaved some of the random sort of do nothing 1 drops, and well, the do little 1 drops anyway. I've added some Thrashing Brontodon just to have a little bit of main deck answers to some of the hate cards. I'm still keeping the one of Croxa. Like, I'm keeping an eye on it, but it hasn't seemed either good or bad just yet, but it seems like the kind of card that can provide some pretty solid value. Just in a lot of the times that I'm escaping the Croxer, if I've got a Woe Strider in the yard, I kind of want to escape that instead. I change up the sideboard a little bit as well. So we've got the one Brontodon, and something that they were talking about in the podcast was using Assassin's Trophy. So I'm going to try that card out in the board as well. It's sort of like a versatile answer you can bring in certain situations that can also answer some hate cards like Grafdigger's Cage, which is kind of really one of the ways that this deck can get stopped. Collected companies are pretty. It's getting a bit of play in Historic at the moment, so I think having answers like a couple main deck Brontodons and sort of the potential to bring in, say, Ratchet Bomb, Assassin's Trophy, or an extra Brontodon to sort of deal with them, and even Thoughtseize. You can get the Grafdigger's Cage before. Just sort of like have ways to fight through hate that are kind of like just good in other situations as well. Because Grafdigger's Cage can go in any sideboard. You just don't know who's going to be bringing it in against you. Probably a bunch of the control decks, but you just never know for sure. Yeah, so let's get into some matches. Oh god, we're on the draw. It's kind of a rough. We don't have the guaranteed turn 1 elf, but if we do top deck a green source, which is possible, we might be able to get there. Just sort of look. I just don't think this does enough. Like, I think we really want to have access to this green mana. Like, as cool as this stuff is. Oop. Yeah, I guess I'll go for this. Another change I made was the inclusion of Sheltered Thicket, which we will put on the bottom. Put 2 lands on the bottom. I played a 20-second land because we've got the 8 mana dorks in the form of Llanowar Elves, which is very much welcome to this party. Sorry, there was a little bit of a sound interference there, but hopefully it doesn't keep hanging around. Ooh, we're playing against Gruul. What would our matchup against Gruul will be like? They're probably going to have some removal, so I like the idea of getting the Woe Strider out before the Priest. Because worst case scenario, Worst Rider can help get us to some more impactful plays. Ooh, nice. Alright. That's what we like to see. Yeah, so what I was saying is I added the Sheltered Thicket, the red-green cycling land. I think we can wait on the company. Just to sort of get a little bit of more versatility to kind of like have some slightly better land draws, as well as ooh, that's interesting. Alright, we'll let them declare attackers, and in response to the Robert trigger, we will Coco. Coco! Snag, Goose, and Priest. How much damage are we taking here? 7 damage. I think we've got to. We're not dead this turn if we let it all through. But we're going to keep an eye on it. I think I like staying sort of out of burn range. Ooh, yeah, that's what we like to see. So we'll play Heart's Desire. Play that. Sack that. Pow, go away. Oh well, we're committed to shooting that. They can bring it back for like 5 mana, I think. 6 mana, okay. Pow. Alright, and Blood Artist was a sick draw. Mayhem Devil is just so good against these creature decks. Yeah. Block there. Yeah, I kind of liked getting to the other end of that value. Alright. Now what we can do is, if we need to, we can sack both of these with the priest at any point. We're hoping not to. Ooh. That's pretty rough. Although that's pretty good. Yeah, we'll take that one. We can clear their board with the Blood Artist by shooting the Zertar Goblin, but if they draw a land, they can bring back the Earthshaker Kenra. So I think we don't do it now. I like the idea of trying to survive this turn, if we can. Yeah, that's good. And if the Ferocidon just keeps hurting them. Yep. Pow. Alright. Nice. Okay, so Their last card in hand is a shock. We're dead. Although I think they're gonna they're maximizing this to be like a company deck. So I think it's pretty unlikely they're playing my main deck's shock, especially with the Bone Crusher diet. Bone Crusher diet. Bone Crusher Giant. So I kind of want to escape this. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Alright. In response, we will. Alright, let's. So sacrifice the goat and the beast. Oh yeah. Target him with the Blood Artist. So we're going to do this real carefully, because if we let that final Ferocidon trigger resolve before we kill that. Alright, now in response to that we'll sacrifice the priest. Oh yeah, they could lose another life. Submit 1. Sacrifice the Ferocidon. Deal damage to the Ferocidon. Alright, let's resolve that. Pow. It will scry. No, don't want that. Yep. And we can afford to take full control off now. I just didn't want to fuck that up. Alright. We can take that. And then we can play this other priest. That was just a turn that, the line was there, but we just had to make sure we navigated it correctly. Yeah, I don't want to block with the Mayhem Devil anyway. We're going to get in with everything. Alright. So we'll go to blockers. Trade. Oh, wait. What are we doing? Trade with that and jump there, but we will scry. Yeah, okay. Alright. Now, I still can't believe that in that last video, the last match against Mono Red in the last video, that I didn't board out the Spinosaurus Citadels. That's just we want to be sort of as low to the ground as possible. Now, they've got a few reasonable chunky creatures, so we'll bring in them. I think I like bringing in Thrashy Bee. Ratchet Bomb will be a bit too, even though they're a company deck, they're maximizing on that 2 to 3, especially with the adventure creatures, kind of like what we're doing with Lovestruck Beast. But I think we'll bring in probably both Bone Crushers, and what did I just... And yeah, we'll get rid of the Crocs on the draw. But I kind of like having access to the Bone Crushers sort of as a 2-drop. And Thrashing Brontodon just does a fair bit, like in terms of just being a 3/4. And you know, it can randomly deal with any hate that they bring in if they do happen to have Grafdigger's Cage. Yes, this does a lot. In turn 1 Elves, turn 2 perhaps, depending on what our top card is, we've got a few options for the turn 2. I'm thinking we'll probably play the token. Yeah, good thing we have basic mountain in the deck. Might even just jam this 5/5. Yep. We'll take our medicine this turn. If we top deck a land, we can Woestrider, claim like probably the Spellbreaker, and then sack it to Scry. We did not top deck a land. What do I like here? There's either Woestrider as a value play or just the Beast. They've got Earthshaker Canara, which doesn't really affect the Beast. I don't know what they can do against this 5/5. I suppose they can create a stomp with it. Questing Beast is a good way of dealing with 5/5s. Take 6 damage. I think I like saving this for Scry off the Woestrider. Because yeah, we're getting a bit stuck on lands. I'm sadly. Yeah, I'm gonna jam the Woestrider. This way, if they have multiple haste threats. Ooh, shock themselves. What do you have, sir? What do you have, Rava? Oh yeah. So we're dead to a certain equipment, but you know, there's not a lot we can do about that. Yeah, and the cleave. Yeah. So that's fine. I think we just need to draw better. I don't know if I should have mulliganed that hand. I think it had the pieces. It just needed to hit more land drops. Being on the draw, 2 lands, you know, like it's kind of awkward. All right, we can turn 3 company, I think. Just give me a Heart's Desire. Lanius. Yep. Ooh, haste. No blocks, my friend. company. I kind of like the assertive company. Like I hope they completely miss, but that's not bad. Ours is better. All right. Not hitting a red source so far kind of sucks. We can force them to sack the elves, but we don't really have anything to draw. I think I like having the Woe Strider in the battlefield. I don't want to sack the Bone Crusher Giant. Ooh. 3. Oh, that's aggressive. But they don't have haste. That's unfortunate. All right. Yeah, we'll let them have that. That's interesting sequencing, but I'm sure I've done something like that in the past. I'm not trying to call them out or anything like that. That's what I like to see. Ah, wonderful. Okay, so what? How are we playing out this turn? Good claim to grab the Ferocidon, which kind of doesn't do enough. Play Mayhem Devil and Lanoa Elves. I think I like that. Mayhem Devil. Yeah. We'll take that. Hopefully they brick. Like our board state was was kind of scary to them last turn, and I'd say it's probably scarier to them now. Yeah, that's what I like to see. All right, won't bother scrying this time because we've got plans. Yes, we do. All right. So, claim with a Ferocidon. That's sort of getting in our way. And then I guess the other thing I'm sacrificing is this. I don't know, so I'll float a green. Sack that. Yep. Shoot the 2 elves. Oh my gosh. Is there any way of knowing what the other one? Was there a way of like identifying which one the other one was? Okay, good. I did it right. It sort of moved over, but it sort of, I don't know, it's kind of annoying. It didn't really help. All right. So how much more sacrificing are we doing this turn? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I reckon we'll take out one of these Bone Crusher Giants. Alright. So if we... Nah. And of course, I guess I sacrificed the priest. Because I like hiding behind the beasts. Yes, yes, I'm a coward. Thrashy B. Good enough Thrashies. What can we attack with? Attack with Roast Rider. I mean, these are some really sick walls that we've got, so. Sheltered Thicket. I think I like... I like attacking with the Roast Rider. Playing the Brontodon. And end turn. We can... I'm going to hang on to this to cycle it. Okay. Not that it mattered. We were so far ahead that game. So my game plan was to sort of just hang on to that to cycle it, to just try to get more gas, but in the meantime, just play 3/4s and attack with what we can. I've got to say, those Lobstruck beasts are really living up to promise. They're such an improvement to the deck. They just do so much. As well, you know, the bias being we were just playing a sort of like Gruul aggro, like an aggressive creature matchup. But yeah, I can't imagine playing that without the Lobstruck beasts. Alright. I think I like... not exposing the devil to removal just yet. We'll see what they do. Brain Maggot. We may not get a choice. What do you take here? Yeah, that's fair. Sadly, I think we've got to... we've got to jam it. Like, they're going to have Swift Ends or sort of Heartless Act or some removal spell. Yeah, Swift End. But with this hand against what they were doing, we just didn't have enough gas. Well, that's pretty good. Given they were scared of the last one. We'll fetch up a Swamp with a Fabled Passage. If we top deck a land... Alright, there goes the if we top deck a land, we can play Citadel plan, but, you know... it's only if an opponent lost life during your turn. We can't just stand here taking it. Or sit here. Still grab the Swamp. Alright, now if we top deck a land, we can do some cool stuff. Pow. The opponent's doing it. Good on them. Legion's End dot deck. I think we sacrifice the food to get a bit of life, like, you know, even if we top deck the land for the company. We're just in such a rough situation. Oh, alright, okay. Survive one more turn. Demonic Embrace. Yeah, alright, that's enough for me. The opponent was definitely doing it. Whatever it is. They were kind of aggressive, so I think this is another matchup where we just cut down on the Citadels. I think I like bringing in Bone Crusher Giants to deal with the maggots. Yeah. And I think I like Midnight Reaper over, say, Mayhem Devil. Because the Mayhem Devil's just going to get removed, whereas like Midnight Reaper kind of just sort of helps grind him out. Because they're sort of like a grindy, aggressive deck. Our opponent's name is Brewski UK. I don't want that to go unmentioned. Old Brewski. I don't know. Sort of, I guess, the extent of what Brewski means in different cultures. This is rough. Rough. I think Croxa does at least. I think this keep. I think we're gonna keep it. We need to get lucky here. I'd rather keep this and risk not drawing well than go to 5, because this can get there pretty well if we do hit what we need. And I'm not gonna throw it. I'll throw out a Heart's Desire. I think I'll go get a Swamp. Thoughtseize. Seize my thought, my friend. Bet you were happy to see me mulligan once you kept a hand with the Thoughtseize. Ooh. Yeah, I ain't attacking. Yeah, that's fine. Like we've drawn well. Like if we were able to keep that company, like this turn would be sick. Um, as it stands, I've got no problem just jamming the lobstruck beast here. I think we'll fetch up a swamp. Um, I suppose we did cut the citadel, so maybe we fetch up a mountain because that's what I think. We'll get a swamp so we can sort of more easily double spell if we draw out the assassin's trophy, which we're probably not going to get to keep. All right, and we'll see what we draw. Oh, nice. Playing an up discard, I'm just going to jam this Bronte D and try to race him. Now I kind of like keeping the Fabled Passage in case we draw Mayhem Devil, which I know we shaved some of them, but I like seeing that. Yep. Interesting decision to not attack there. To not attack with your Rankle there. Yeah, whatever. Brain Maggot for no value. When you're desperate, though. What happens if we attack with the 1/1s? We just risk losing our Lovestruck Beast. I think I like keeping the 1/1s around as like. Uh, um, yeah, we'll keep them out in hand. Make them scared. Nice. Mayhem Devil. Goose. Yeah, I suppose they now know about that. Wonder if I should have killed the Murderous Rider instead of the. Like I went back and forth on it. Rankle seemed to provide more value, but Murderous Rider could get him back into this game. I suppose they do have the second one and the spawn. like we're gonna grind. I wonder if this deck wants Castle Lochthwain. Over one of the, I believe we're running 2 basic swaps. It's getting away from us. This might do something. Alright, we are taking... Unblocked, we're taking 12 damage this turn. That spawn has trample. Yeah, no. We are an effective 13 life if we sack both 2 foods. Uh, 15 life, I'm sorry, I miscounted. Either way, we're not dead. Ooh, that's interesting. We activate Goose. We play Midnight Reaper. We activate the Priest, sacrificing 2 tokens. We go to 1. We have 2 mana to sacrifice food. We need to draw something here. Alright, so I believe we sacrifice the 2 tokens. Or token and one of the Midnight Reaper. Because we can't afford for this not to work out. Alright, Mayhem Devil, Ghost Rider. Yeah, cool. We got away with something there, I've got to tell you. Wondering about Claim the Firstborn, because they've just got a lot of random creatures. Mayhem Devil turned out to be alright, but it's still kind of soft in the early game. Thrashy Bee, they didn't seem to draw anything we care about to keep Thrashy Bee in the deck for, but they could just play a Grafdigger's Cage next game, and we'll feel like quite the fool. Although we suppose we do have the Assassin's Trophy to deal with that if that situation comes up, and I kind of like shooting down a flyer or whatever with the AT. So, but I also don't like cutting down on company targets that much. I think I like our setup here. Blood Artist can sort of get us help get a bit of life padding. So can the food from Goose, Yeah, alright. We're doing it. I taught myself into making no changes to the deck. Priest into Reaper. Will we fear the Reaper? I think I like it. I think we'll go with it. Like turn to, we're on the draw. That's what's sort of rough about it. If they thought sees us, we've got the sheltered thicket, so maybe we'll be able to make up for it. I think I'd rather keep 7 against the potential thought seize, and if we lose, kind of like we've got 2 sort of good cards for them to take. So if they take one, we've still got the other one. Yeah. My plan is to kind of like the Bay Mulligan. My plan is to cycle this sheltered thicket. It's already paying off. Oh, Waste Rider. Pity they took away the Priest, because that would have been a great combination of cards. Alright. Brain Maggot. Mayhem Devil would have been like not a bad card to actually have access to for both Brain Maggot, just to get sort of whatever back. All right, this is a cycle turn. Maybe that could have been a reason to maybe put a third one in, just to sort of increase the chances of having access to it a bit more. They kept Mondo Hand Attack. I don't think the problem with Hand Attack. Holy shit! Yeah. So the problem with Hand Attack on the play once you've mulliganed is that your opponent can just draw out of it. Like, so and a lot of our cards, sort of this hand specifically, like a lot of our cards have been kind of redundant. Like they've been doing a lot of similar things. We've drawn a lot of multiples as well, which has been pretty sweet. All right, I think we play the Worst Rider here. I'd rather get that on the board. They've, been really friendly and filled up the graveyard a bit for us. Heartless Act is pretty good. We want more action. Like Midnight Reaper would have been better against Heartless Act, but I like this situation. Next turn, if the goose stays alive, we can jam Worst Rider. If they kill the goose and we draw land, we can jam Worst Rider. See, now we're just getting so much value. That's a good point. Brain Maggot is a pretty good target for Thrashing Brontodon. Yeah. Pow. That's pretty scary. I shocked myself because I didn't want to sacrifice the food just yet. Let's see, do we have anything cool? Yes, we do. Alright. Is there a reason to... I think I prefer leaving up tower. So spawn is going to be a problem in the long term. But we've got some pressure as well. I think I'm considering trading Brontodon for the maggot that's holding the Blood Artist to get that back. That could help us out in a race situation. Mayhem Devil will also be a sick top deck, as would Assassin's Trophy. Either way, so they're going to play Motorist Rider this turn. Or are they activating if near Deadlands? What is to kill the Priest of the Forgotten Gods? Sometimes it's just easy mode. Ah, Jesus. Okay. Friend. I think I want to leave my tower up. Friend. That's going to be pretty close to being it. So 2, 4, 6. Yeah. Wait. Z. So I'll sacrifice this to get black mana. And then whatever. Blood Artist. Good game. Yep. We've got it. I was kind of like, it got a bit awkward the way I was sort of like trying to like tap mana there for whatever reason. But yeah, no, we got there. That was a really dynamic match. Alright, so I think this will be the last match for this session of videos. Mostly because I'm keen to play a few games with this other spicy deck that I've got lined up, which you know, keep an eye out for that. Sort of, it's another historic brew that a friend of mine sent me that I sort of tinkered with a bit myself, featuring Approach of the Second Sun, but not necessarily not in a traditional blue-white control list. So yeah, well, that'll be pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to testing that out. It'll either rock or it'll suck. Hopefully the former. Alright. I think I like leading with Stomping Ground, in case we decide we want to play Mayhem Devil next turn. I don't think that'll be the case. Like playing against sort of Abzan colors, you know, it'll probably sort of get killed. So like we're probably going to go like Blood Artist into Lovestruck Beast or something like that. But I just like the idea of leaving our options open. Instead of having access to all three of our colors without shocking ourselves, turn 2 seemed pretty sweet. Wood Cemetery. Explore. Oh, is this Field? Yes, Field of the Dead. Ah, finally! We are we finally run into Field of the Dead. Yeah, so that's sort of all I really wanted to test this deck against. You know, you probably remember at the start of the first match I played with this, I mentioned, you know, I wouldn't mind testing out that matchup, and we just haven't been running into it. And interestingly, I was having this is back and forth with one of my friends on social media today, and he was saying that from his perspective, he's constantly running into field decks, and I'm just sort of like, yeah, okay, where are they? Yeah, I'd like to see him. All right, let's I don't think we've got anything to be worried about. Sort of. I don't I don't think the field tech flat. I've been playing enough of Armageddon Remastered Limited that I was just sort of like, oh, do we have to worry about the pouncing cheetah? No, that card is not constructed playable. If our opponent got us with the cheetah, I would applaud them. I would clap. Uro. Oh no. But yeah. My buddy Wayne was just yeah. Apparently, he keeps running into the field decks, and you know, yeah, Blood Artist, and we just haven't. Did I miss a land drop last turn? No. It just felt like I did because I've sort of been doing all this sick stuff. All right. Need three green mana to do everything we want to do. Just as an aside, thoughts using our Citadel was rude. Correct, but rude. I just want to top deck another Citadel to show them. Alright, I don't think we've got any responses here. With this deck, sometimes you do. Alright. I wish they'd made a 1/1 goat. Arrow Promise? Gargaroth. I don't emote often, but when I do, it's for lame things like that. Oh man. My big mistake was not scrying in their end step. Ooh, no. I think we just need to hit either a company or a Citadel. I think I want Citadel at this stage in the game, but I will be happy with either. So I'm just going to scry to it. Now the question is, they're on 9 life. We've got enough in our graveyard that I am fine with trading with the Gargaroth, which they didn't offer the trade. Interesting. No, I'm sorry, Phyrexian Tower, not today. Yep. The one thing I question, like, Gargaroth is good exactly here. Like, well, so it's very good here. It's very good against red decks. And the only thing it's good here is because, like, you know, they've languished and they've sort of taken away like a lot of our resources. But I don't know if it's correct to run Elder Gargaroth in your main deck in Historic. It just feels weak, sort of in general. To run this 5-mana creature that does nothing until the following turn. Like, I think I'd rather play Thragtusk in that slot. Like, I feel like the Gargaroth needed the sweeper to be good. Yep. There we go. I was debating whether or not to sacrifice the Lobstruck Beast as well, but our decision was made for us. Alright, now the question is, we cannot... Okay, we sadly cannot kill them from here because they've gained enough life back. No fear. Yep. Create a 3/3 my friend. They want to make it 2/2. Now we're going to throw away the Lobstruck Beast. 5/5 ain't going to cut it in the world of 6/6s. Perhaps there's a world where we chomp the Gargaroth and sack the food to deal an extra point of damage. Oh, jeez. Does that do enough? Play the Mayhem Devil. Deal them 3. And... Dude, that just doesn't do enough. Wish that was a company. I almost want to sacrifice, like, lose the Worst Rider somehow just so I can escape it and get a goat. I don't know. This game has gotten away from us. Oh, interesting. Alright. Okay. So, what do we do? What do we do here? Yeah, no. I will save. I'll save the food for later. You know what? I'll eat the food now. They're not going to have many X1s, like any sort of creatures that are like worth keeping the food around for. And I'll just kill the... other Worst Rider. I wonder if it was correct to keep that given we had another scry coming. Like we've got 7 6 cards in the deck that we really want, that we want more than the Worst Rider, like, in general. 6 out of 40, because that's the 3 collected companies and 3 Boluses Citadel. 6 out of 42, that's 7. So there's a 1 in 7 chance that the next card down is what we want. Yeah, look, I don't think that, like, 1 in 7 sort of, and 1 in 7 that, like, the next one below that is what we want. But I think I like having the versatility. Like, they're not, like, they're like well ahead this game. Like, we're not going to win unless we get lucky with a Citadel or something like that. But it's not like they're going to win next turn. And I think between 2 Worst Rider effects, we can get enough scries on our next draw step. Play the expensive one. Man, Thoughtseizer's made this deck so much better. I mean, it's so much better against us anyway. Yeah. Grow your spiral, so. We've dodged. We've been doing well to dodge field so far. Eliminate. Oh gosh. Alright. We're going to take 12 damage. Alright. 3rd Worst Rider is a bit too much. It's even like, actually, the odds were even better than 1 in 7. How many cards do we know about? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, Hour of Promise. That gives them a couple tokens. When I say a couple tokens, I mean 4 tokens. Alright. We've got one turn left. There's 8 cards on the bottom, so it means there's 34 cards we don't know about. We want one. Like, we really want Citadel. If we don't top deck Citadel or like an excellent company, like, this is just over. Even Citadel's kind of rough actually with the amount of damage we just took, but yeah, okay, that won't do it. All right, now what do we bring in? Thoughtseize, I don't think does enough against them. I think we bring in Assassin's Trophy, Bronte D, just to sort of fight the hate, just to sort of have like versatile answers to the hate they're going to bring in. Like, they've got that random dumb sort of Gargaroth, which Trophy can sort of shoot out of the sky. Mayhem Devil's not as good in this matchup. I don't believe. Blood Artist is kind of average too, so I think we shave on a Blood Artist. Outside of Uro, they don't really have much for Claim the Firstborn to deal with, and Ratchet Bomb. We're going on the play. I don't think Croxer does enough. I don't think Blood Artist does enough. Alright, so actually let's do a creature count. 26 creatures. 26 hits is like still pretty good for Collected Company. We really don't want to go too low. Oh, Midnight Reaper as well. Okay. Bringing in Midnight Reaper over the last 2 devils, like those 3 points of damage. No. They've just got so many sweepers and removal that like Midnight Reaper is going to do a lot more for us, and our life total doesn't matter that much in this matchup. Like, we went the kind of attacks that they were throwing at us, we dropped from around 20 to single digits pretty quickly. So Double Phyrexian Tower. Double Phyrexian Tower. They can Thoughtseize. They're probably keeping in Thoughtseize. They'll probably Thoughtseize our Citadel. But we've got Reaper and Were Rider. This is a Worst Rider. This is basically a 6-card hand, but like a 6-card land I'm happy with. So like I would keep all of this minus the Phyrexian Tower, and the second tower might give us an explosive draw. I wonder if it's correct to be playing 2 towers in this. Like you get, it sort of increases, does increase the explosiveness of what you can do. All right. I'd rather if they. Oh shit! Yeah, okay. All right, okay. Yeah, no, I understand what's going on here. Okay, that's fine. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny that like I sort of knew that, but I didn't acknowledge that. All right, can we get a turn 3 Balls of Citadel here? If I just don't do anything, and I can play. Yeah, we can get turn 3 Citadel. Just keep both these creatures here. Okay, all right. Explore. Yep. Just don't go Swamp Thoughtseize. Yeah. All right. Okay. So Float of Black. Keep that tower. We've got no reason to make an extra mana. All right. But nothing we want a trophy. And I'm not wild about paying another 6 life for that Citadel. Alright. We've got 3 lands to play Midnight Reaper. Could have been an argument to leave the priest out there just to get some sort of extra value, but that's alright. Do we shock ourselves? No. Oh man, so many. Alright. I think I'd just play. Ooh, Company. Classic. Do we have priest? Yep. Let's play that. And just get in there. Alright. Hour of promise, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I feel like in sideboarding we went a bit light on the Mayhem Devils and Blood Artists. That's something to think about for next time. Oh, company. Hang on. What am I doing? Play this. Sacrifice it, go get a land. See, how many did we keep? 1, 2. Because we can get some. What we need is at this stage is to get some of them out. To get a swamp. Yeah. There we go. Finally. All right. Now, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sacrifice a token. We can crack the Ratchet Bomb to gain 2 life as well. At some point. Just like, yep. Straight each non-land permanent. Although that gets rid of the food as well. And I think we want to. I'll just play this. Yeah. Keep that on top, and guess we just activate priest, sacrifice a Brontodon, and wait. Oh, we're fusing out. All right, activate priest, sacrifice Brontodon, and so I'm fumbling through this because it's. So there's a bit going on, and this is the first time I've sort of played this exact matchup as well. So I'm gonna play yep. And yeah, we sort of messed up by allowing ourselves to draw that company, but that's okay, I reckon. Because we can activate 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they got it. They figured out what we're doing. Ah, geez, that was kind of rough. All right. So we cut all the Mayhem Devils and 2 of the Blood Artists. I think that was incorrect. I think I like keeping all the Blood Artists in alongside Ratchet Bomb. It didn't seem to have. We've got the Assassin's Trophy, so I think we'll cut an Assassin Trophy. Keep two Brontes, one trophy sort of and the two ratchet bombs as sort of answers against like just random sort of hate artifacts or whatever. And I like the combination of Blood Artist, Ratchet Bomb as well. Just if they build a board full of tokens, we can Blood Artist and crack Ratchet Bomb. That seems like a sick answer to that format. To that actually. All right. Yeah, I am for this. 7. The opponent has mulliganed, which is fine by me. Like, I know. I think this is sort of like a grindy matchup in a way. Like, something that they say about the Jund mirror, which even though we're sort of both doing got combos going on, this is kind of like a Jund mirror. Like, we're Jund, they're Sultai, but I mean, sort of the traditional sort of sense of the modern sort of Black Red X deck, which is typically Jund. Like, is like you shave your discard spells on in the mirror, and I don't know if they. I feel like it looks like they kept in Thought Seizers for game 2. Yeah, they kept in the Thought Seizers in the last game, and I feel like that was I feel like that was not sort of probably not the correct line. But then I guess we've got so many sort of specific action cards like Woe Strider, but which we can grind them out over the long game. It's not like they're a fast deck. I don't know. Like, my personal opinion, it's not correct to probably I should have scryed to go get a company there, but I was too busy talking. Yeah, my personal opinion is that it's not correct to keep the discard spells in from this. I think you just want to be sort of more explosive than we are, because yeah, that deck has a pretty powerful late game. All right, we're going to scry, crack the goat to scry in the end step. Hopefully, get company. I really like the look of the draw. They go, ooh, better than company is Citadel. We need to hit another black source, but I'm willing to try to do that. How much mana do we want to have? I want to cycle that. I want to cycle the shelter ticket. And I want to play. I want to play Worst Rider and cycle the shelter ticket. So I want 5 mana. Yep. They're gonna go get 2 Zombags. So we're looking for like an untapped black source or a collected company, I think. Although I will settle for like Blood Artist and Mayhem Devil. Oh, sorry, we shared our Mayhem Devils. Blood Artist would be a good draw as well, given how aggressive we are, given how like good our board state is. There it is. On that case, I'm not going to sacrifice, and I'm just going to go Blood Artist, Blood Artist. And I'm just going to attack with all of these. And at this stage, I can just let combat resolve. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what that is. And like I could have done that anyway, to be honest, with the Love Struck Beast coming at him, but. And that's game. All right, so there you have it. That went pretty well. We went 3-0 across those matches. I really like this new build of the deck, Lovestruck Beast. Oh, jeez. Like, as soon as I heard about that as a possibility, I was just in love. It just holds down so many like opposing creatures. Like, it's only when they start getting like their 6/6s out, that like the Uros that it really starts to be a problem. But yeah, no, it's pretty sweet. The Croakster, look, I don't know, the Miser Croakster. I honestly don't know how good it is. It's just sort of, I guess it's if they if they sort of do some sort of like extricate um, a surgical extraction type effect on your worst riders, then I guess Croaks is sort of another way to grind out value across the game. And it's a hit off company. I think it's a flex spot. I don't know. I could see that being something else. Thrashing Brontoton, another flex slot in the deck. Um, you know, we didn't run into any hate cards, but I think we would have been happy to have it there if we did. And I do like the 2 in the main deck. I probably wouldn't go any more than that right now, unless certain artifacts or enchantments just became like tier 1 at some stage, and just super relevant. And Brontodon like takes down an opposing Citadel, like if you run into the mirror, which it's possible. Um, I like. I think I like having the 3 Lovestruck Beasts. You can sort of get a pretty decent aggressive draw, and um, although I think I'd be interested to see if 4 is too many. I'm not sure. We didn't really. Sideboard is kind of probably, yeah. The sideboard could probably use sort of a bit of a look at. I really like Ratchet Bomb plus Blood Artist as an answer for the Field of the Dead decks. Yeah, that's just seems great. Just I think if Soul type, if there's like Field of the Dead um, continues being just as oppressive. Well, I don't particularly think it's an oppressive deck at the moment, but it is the best deck in the format. And if it continues like that, and if it gets even better, I could even see just like adding extra Ratchet Bombs to the board. Bone Crusher Giant, I just I like that. I think the adventure creatures do really well in a company build. I could definitely see doing that. Like maybe even playing Murderous Rider, if you like in a certain sort of meta. That's another decent option there. Scavenging Ooze, we didn't really uh, run into many situations where I sort of wanted to bring that in. It's good against like Uro, that sort of thing, but they don't have that many creatures in their yard. We want to feed our creatures to our Woe Rider, to be honest. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's what we want to be doing. Like in the matchups where Scavenging is might have been alright. We've been bringing in other things, like sort of like against like say aggressive draws and whatever. Like I barely even looked at the use. I was just like, well, I want to be board again. I guess different cards depending on the situation. So yeah, I don't know. I'll definitely keep playing with this deck in the future, and I think this is a pretty solid choice if you want to rank. Thanks for watching. Yeah, just hit me up on Twitter at Lewis_TNL if you've got any questions, queries, comments. Like oh, why aren't you playing card X? I can tell you, well, I didn't think of that, or oh, I cut that card because I don't like it, or whatever. Who knows? Um, Bye.